Hello, everybody. How are you? I've got my mask ready to keep everybody safe. So, guys, this is exciting. We have never done this before. All right, this is the first time ever. Wichita, the center of innovation and new ideas. We're following that protocol. We're going to go on a driving tour right through town as I talk about some of the cool places to go and things to do in town. Okay? So we're. Now, of course, this is a parody channel. You know, it may work, it may not. But we're going to do it. We're going to do it right now. So let's just kick it off, all right? We're just going to kick it off and we're just play it by ear. We're learning as you are enjoying us trying to new things and perhaps crash and burn, and man, that'll be just as much fun. So here we go. We're driving right through Wichita, and I'm just gonna, as we go along, point out some of the cool things to do. And really, a lot of people don't know all of the things. Even people that live in town don't know all the great things to do in Wichita. So, for example, right here, off to the, just past this intersection, we're going to come up on the Science World Exploration Palace. Now, this is a science education center. This is great for kids. If you have kids, you want to take them down there, right? Because they seek to find answers and explore, and it gets your kid exploring and questioning and learning about their environment by asking great questions, like, for example, and this could be through history or through science or through a lot of different venues, a lot of good questions that the Science Education Center tries to address. For example, can you rediscover repressed memories? I don't know. That's a good one. Can you get out of the friend zone with somebody after 30 years? I've tried this. I went down in a ball of flame. Was Freud right about anything? Like anything at all? You know, those are the questions. Did Shakespeare use a Mac or a PC? A lot of people don't know. Scientists still trying to figure this one out, okay? Does subliminal messaging in advertising really work? And that's where they drop in images of a product to get your brain thinking along those products. I don't know. I mean, I've only had 75,000 Diet Cokes in my life, so I don't know if it actually works. But why do people pick up their dog's poop in a plastic bag, right, at the park, and then they throw the bag in the grass just off the trail? Why pick it up if you're just going to dump it off? So, guys, if you have kids, you want to go to the Science World Exploration Palace. It's right there in Wichita. Now, coming up here is the Museum of World Treasures. Now, we're just going to go through a construction zone here. And we're going to see the Museum of World Treasures just off to the right. Now, this place is great because they talk about so many unique and interesting things around the world. Like, for example, how the ancient Japanese drank tea out of cups with no bottom. Ooh, how did they do it? You're going to learn why dinosaurs preferred decaffeinated coffee. Now, this is interesting because the dinosaurs were so angry all the time, battling each other. And some of them, their arms were so short, how did they even drink the coffee, whether it was caffeinated or decaffeinated? We don't know. Why leaders in ancient Egypt built the pyramids to run up and down the steps on the sides like Rocky, just to build up their calves. I mean, was there a better way? Those are some of the questions that they explore at the Museum of World Treasures. Now, along this stretch right through Wichita here, guys, just off to the right, past this little lane that we're on here, is the Wichita Salad Oil Museum. Now, oil played such a big part of the history of Wichita, and of course, different kinds of oil, including salad oil. And at the Wichita Salad Oil Museum, you're going to see things like the Salad Oil in the 20th Century exhibit with a focus on the role of ranch dressing in the American suburban home from the 50s through the end of the decade. Wow! I mean, that's exciting. You're going to see salad as performance art. That's right. You can watch avant-garde performance artists throw lettuce into the Motorcycles of Death thrill display at the local carnival and be amazed as their motorcycle wheels chop up the salad into a perfect Caesar salad. Guys, it's unbelievable. And then another question, a display they address at the Wichita Salad Oil Museum is why extra virgin olive oil is the most popular in the world, and why the girl who loves bad boys, even though they mistreat her olive oil, was not as popular. And they answered that question. Very exciting. Now listen, especially if you have boys, all right, you're going to want to go to what's coming up here on the left, the Kansas Aviation Museum. For example, you're going to see these interesting planes throughout the history of aviation. For example, the 1928 Tri-Shooter, which was of course, a fighter jet, a fighter airplane that could shoot not only straight ahead and straight behind, it could shoot straight down along the ground, which became very valuable if you caught your special bow cheating on you. You could fly right over the property, and as they ran for cover, trying to escape their discovery, trying to escape being caught cheating, you could shoot straight down. It was very, very useful. Okay, even during wartime. So, guys, next on the tour, this is. I mean, there's so much going on here. I'm going to start taking notes. In fact, I might watch this back, even though I produced it, and write down a lot of this stuff because there's so much going on in Wichita that people don't realize. So once we get through this stoplight, we're going to talk about the Orpheum Theatre. Yeah, I did check my notes there. The Orpheum Theatre is really a neat place because they have all kinds of plays that the whole family can enjoy. Now, a lot of times kids don't want to go to plays, but the Orpheum Theatre has plays on Saturday matinees that fit into their bedtime schedule, but also are very interesting. But most of them do attract mostly an adult crowd, people that like theater, that kind of citizen of Wichita, of which there are many that like theater. So to whet your appetite, maybe you're a casual fan of theater and want to know, well, what are some of the things you can see? Now, the Orpheum Theatre coming up just on the left, guys. You'll be able to see a Wichita streetcar named Slightly Interested. So let me repeat that. This is a new play that is, it's kind of an experimental play. It's called A Wichita Streetcar Named Slightly Interested. So that's a new show coming out at the Orpheum Theatre. You might want to check out Long Day's Journey into Wichita along the I-235 Outer Belt. That's a good one. Here's one that a lot of people have asked me about, okay? Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf? The story of a killer wolf who escapes from the Sedgwick County Zoo. Now, that's going to be a great play. I would tend to get seats near the back just in case. I mean, I don't know if there's a live wolf in this play, or I don't want to find out the hard way. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to find out the hard way. All right. Let's see. You've got Death of a Wichita. I can't even say it. Death of a Wichita Salesman, which tells the story of Willie Wichita, a door-to-door toilet paper salesman who lost his job with the rise of Amazon home delivery and severe social distancing. That's going to be a great one. And finally, the last play on the bill coming in the coming weeks is A Raisin in Your Cornflakes, which tells the story of two Wichita neighbors that got in a huge food feud, you could say, when they were having discussion over the neighborly fence while each was eating their cereal. One was eating Raisin Bran, one eating cornflakes, and a sudden earthquake forced their cereal bowls to share contents, and hence the name A Raisin in Your Cornflakes. Now, it's a dramatic, tension-filled story of formerly great neighbors And I can't tell you the ending, but it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of excitement and very dramatic. So, guys, that is the end of this particular tour. Now, we're going to have so much more in Wichita, including perhaps some more driving tours. Just like this video here, driving through the streets of the city itself. But come on back. I mean, this has really been fun. And it's really neat to be able to take you out onto the streets and avenues, because that's the difference between my history and travel videos, is I get down to the nooks and crannies, the streets and avenues, and I show you the cities, the raw city as it is, so that you can get a feel for it. If you live there, find out more about your own city, or if you plan to travel there and want to get the most out of your trip. Come on back, guys. We have so much more, and we'll see you then.